Welcome to Episode 2 of the campaign for Arcane Adventurers.
Woo!
My name is Chaz, and I am the DM for this session. Super excited. If you didn't catch the last stream, no worries. I'll kind of recap things, but we're going to let everybody have a chance to introduce themselves, and then we'll go into the session. I think we're going to start from the top, and we'll go down. So, Ryan, how about you go first? Just introduce yourself, and then we'll go back through and introduce characters in a minute.
Okay. I'm Ryan. I go by Funkmaster Nacho on TikTok. You might have heard of me. And I am playing Newt, the Kobold Artificer, today.
Awesome. Cool deal. Next up, Dylan. Go ahead.
Oh, hello. The name is Dylan, but I also go by Token Gamer over there on the TikToks. And I am me_16 over on Instagram. So if you want to go check that out, go check that out.
Cool.
I am Colt Hack, also known on the socials as Colt Hack or at Colt Hack, sometimes Colt_Hack. But if you find my Linktree /Colt Hack, that's me.
Very nice. Aiden.
Hello, I'm Aiden. You can find me as Mars Visitors on TikTok, on Coffee if you feel like giving me money. Not the self-promo or anything like that. I am a broke college student. But I'm playing Orion for today. He is a Tiefling Paladin.
Nice. And then Elle.
Hey guys, it's Elle. You might know me as Spooky Elle on TikTok. Also on Instagram as ice_Bergie. So like think of that song, Ice Ice Baby, but not yeah. Kind of a weird joke. But yeah, today I'm playing Oraspira again, but not again. So she's making a comeback.
Sweet. And we're happy to have Oraspira back. Last week, what happened? We had a party comprising of Zazriel and Beckham, Colt and Dylan's characters, and a few other characters who helped a wizard go to the Whispering Stone towards the north of the continent to learn some interesting facts about, well, not facts, but some tidbits, some threads of the Draconic Prophecy. They slayed a wraith and some undead soldiers before sticking around, camping out, and unpacking a few more mysteries. After a few days of research, the adventurers accompanied the wizard back to town, and the wizard paid Zazriel and Beckham a little bit more to escort him and accompany him back to the city of Fairhaven, which is where we pick up this week. Fairhaven, to give you and our adventurers a clear picture, is a beautiful, magical city filled with excellent, amazing architecture. There's blue-flamed street lamps and magic in the air. Right now, you adventurers are on one of the market streets, looking around to buy some extra supplies before continuing on a journey into some other realms to pick up another mission that you have, or to pick up other missions that you've signed up for. You find out that you're all members of the same guild and decided to enjoy some time together in the city of Fairhaven. With that, the mic and the floor is yours, players. Let's go.
Oh.
It might
All right,
be
Ryan, why don't
best
you go ahead
for
and
this.
just describe Newt for us.
Okay, so Newt is a 2'4", light blue kobold with some very large goggles that he wears in daytime because he doesn't like the sunlight. And out of his pack, there is the top of a musket, although it looks a little bit too big for him and also seems like it's a little bit short. but if you take a closer look at the bag, you can notice that it has a magical aura around it. It's a bag of holding. He wears just basic, normal clothes, like a little jacket and some greaves. He doesn't wear shoes, and he's an artificer. So he spends his time playing with a little box of his own creation that he keeps inside of his bag.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Zazriel, would you mind?
Of course. So, for those new tonight and weren't properly introduced to Zazriel yesterday, he is an Azamar cleric. He is wearing all black. So he has basically like a short sleeve shirt, essentially, and then has a nice kind of longer vest. It's like sleeveless vest that goes all the way down to about the back of his knees. He wears a bracelet, and on both of his biceps, he has kind of like these belts as accessories. So, again, if anyone's ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh, very Kaiba vibes from that part. And he wears these black boots, and wears a pendant, an octagram of bronze and green, just as his kind of holy symbol. To the goddess Arawe. So she's a goddess of love and family, essentially, in this lovely world of Eberron. But yeah, so dark hair, bright blue eyes, and almost as if he's wearing eyeliner, so a little bit darker under his eyes, but and fair skin. Pretty much sums him up.
Nice. Thank you. All right, Orion, your go.
Oh, hi. That's me. Orion is as I stated, a tiefling. He has lavender skin and ram-like horns. One of them is broken. His sclera, rather like the whites of his eyes, are actually gold, and his eyes are a very, very dark color. And I'm just gonna put it out there. His hair kind of looks like mine right now, where it's like an undercut, but the top is being kept up in a ponytail. And he has this chainmail that's underneath like his regular, like what looks to be like a tunic, and a very, very dark gray trench coat that has that goes down like just above his ankles, and at the very ends of it, it's charred, almost like it was set on fire, but then he kept it anyway. And he has a couple of scars on kind of on his face and just in general on him, and he doesn't look like he's having a good time at any given point in time.
Sweet. All right, Beckham, your go.
All right. So I'm playing a Beckham Bloodstone. He is a 6'8" bugbear. If you don't know what a bugbear is, they're related to hobgoblins. They're big, they're brown, they're furry. He's got these, tusks, and he's covered in armor that's all scratched up and banged up. He's covered in scars, and he's got this big backpack with ropes and tools and hammers and traps just all wrapped all around this big backpack. He's also got, a long sword and a great axe and a long bow and some daggers. And he's just this big hulking dude. And yeah, he might look a little scary, but maybe he's a softie. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't. I'm just the dungeon master.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's not like he knows everything.
It's not like he's the god of this world or anything like that. Nah.
Yeah. I mean, I promise I'm a good DM. Anyway, Orspira, your go.
Alrighty. So Orspira is a half elf cleric, as you can see right below my face. Imagine me, but just taller and more half of an elf. She's wearing pretty simple clothes, like the D&D versions of jeans and a nice top, except adventuring pretty plain pants. And I want to say like a nice cozy turtleneck sweater. She gets cold really easily. And she's just got these big wide eyes and a really big backpack, but instead of it being full of, daggers or weapons or potions or things like that, she just carries a lot of empty journals with her. She's always pretty much going to have a book and a quill in her hand at any given point in time. So she's always taking notes. If you're picturing her, just picture her with essentially a clipboard. So that's Orspira.
She's the regional manager of the party.
Yeah, except it's less Karen energy and more like she is the retail worker that's getting yelled at.
It's less I want to speak to your manager and more I am the manager.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your introductions. Super happy to have all of you here tonight. And yeah, you are on the Market Street, one of the market streets in Fairhaven. What do you want to know? And where do you want to go?
Well, Zatzriel would like to find and see if there's any armor shops around.
Yeah, you look around and you see an armor shop just down the street. Inside, there's silver plate mail, there's swords, pole arms, all kinds of weapons, and everything seems to be a little extra shiny.
Beckham's already there, looking around.
Perfect. Anything?
So is there a little, I guess, clerk that's standing there behind the counter?
Yeah.
Shop.
As a matter of fact, as you look around, you hear a little bit of a clatter behind the counter, and you hear kind of a higher pitched ow, and then a little head pops up over the counter, and it's a very well dressed gnome, about 2.5 feet tall, and looks around, kind of like making sure that nobody saw him, and then he sees you, and don't mind me, I'm fine. How can I help you?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It happens sometimes.
Understandable. I'm looking to find a new set of armor, perhaps. Mine is a little bit frail, let's say.
Well, yeah, that's well, you came to the right place, my friend. What kind of armor are you looking for? You need something a little heavier? Like, are you looking for like a? We have breastplates. We have plate mail.
You should load this man up with full plate, 100%. Just like throw it all on him. He just kind of waddles around, makes those little rattly noises, right?
Becca,
no.
I don't think I need that much. Thank you, though.
No offense, but I think it would just collapse under all that metal, don't you think?
Yeah, he's not exactly the strongest, is he?
It looks a bit no offense, but you look like, what's the word I'm looking for?
A child.
A tree branch is kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I may be on the smaller stature, but I reassure you that I am more than equipped to deal with any sort of combat that comes our way. And I do take care of my figure. Thank you very much.
Well,
it's not a big set of muscles that is completely important.
All right, just get a sandwich in you at some point.
Will do. Now, good sir, something that is flexible, that I'm able to move around in, but gives me a little bit better protection than just, say, your average leather armor.
Oh, well, yeah, you're absolutely in the right place. I mean, if you want something really light, we have a little bit of... we could put some studs on that leather armor for you. It wouldn't cost you very much at all. Maybe about 5 gold even. We can do that pretty cheaply. But, we do have some. If you're looking for something light and flexible,
Yes.
for about, well, it depends on how much you need, but if you're looking for like maybe a shirt of armor, we have some mithril.
Mithril, you say? That's,
Yeah, it's very light. It's very, very light.
I think that would help a lot, actually.
All right, I think we have something in your size. Let me just go to the back. Is there anything else I can help you with? You adventurers with? Do you need any other sort of armor supplies? There's more. Like we have arrows, we have swords, we have javelins.
Have you got any special arrows back there?
Yeah, we've got a few. We've got a few.
Anything special? I'm looking to get some special arrows.
Yeah, we've got a few extra. Some arrows with a little bit of punch. Yeah, we've got some extra sharp arrows that we could get you. Probably run you about 25 gold for about 10 of them.
All right, sure. Can I get 2 packs of those? 20?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And then anyone else? Is there anyone else or anybody else I can help you out? Anything else I can help you out with? Words.
Or
No,
Sarah
it's
looks
just-
down at the leather armor that she got from one of her teachers and is like, no, it's old, but it works.
Newt's
All right.
like just looking through the shop, trying to find the shiniest thing so we can look at it.
Okay.
After kind of giving a bit of a almost like a jab, Orion kind of glances around the shop, considers something for a second, and then just kind of takes a step back, kind of being like, I'm good. I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. So while Newt's looking around, the little gnome clerk owner goes to the back, grabs this mithril armor, and then hands it to you, Zazriel. So go ahead and subtract 150 gold from your stock and add a +1. Well, actually, it's not +1, but yeah, your base for a chain shirt of mithril will be 13 plus your dex, and then no disadvantage on stealth checks because mithril's boss like that. Then
150, you said?
Yeah, 150. Then Colt, he gives you your arrows. So that's 50 gold, I said.
Yeah, you did.
And then 20 plus 1 arrows, I'd say.
20 plus 1 arrows or 21
Yeah.
arrows?
20 arrows that are +1 stat.
Right. Okay.
Most I could come up with off the top of my head.
So you said 13 plus my dex, yeah?
Yeah, 13 plus your dex.
Nice and 14 now.
Do +1 arrows just do the +1 thing, but to my bow?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. I mean, I'm pulling it up right now to check, but I
Yeah.
think that's what they do.
And if later on we need to adjust that, we can.
No worries. Yeah, I'm not a stickler for that.
Cool. Let's see. As for Newt, what does our boy Newt find? You definitely see some gold trinkets, some things that would ornament, that people would ornament. There's some particularly shiny breastplates and a very shiny silver helm with circular gear-like designs on top of them. You know what? Roll me a D20 or a D100.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
D100.
Quick question. Are there any like small? You mentioned something like trinkets kind of being around in the shop, right? Small
Yeah.
trinkets. Yeah. Upon seeing those and kind of just looking around the shop, Orion just kind of looks to the party and says, I'm gonna wait outside," and he steps out away from anything and everything that is valuable in there.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay, I got an 88 on my D100.
Okay. I have to find an actual table to go off of.
So, what are you, one of those half elves? He's talking to Orspira.
I would. She's writing something, like looking really intently at a jar or a bottle or something, and you kind of startle her because she's really in the zone and she's super not expecting it, and she's like, "Yeah, that's me."
Well, I never quite understood, right? If you're like half an elf, like which half? Why is like both ears sort of not? They're kind of pointy. Wouldn't like one ear be pointy, right, and the other be like rounded? Because you're half elf, right?
I don't
And she
think
looks at
genetics
you.
work like that, Becca.
I mean, I don't quite know all this stuff, but I mean, you'd be the expert to ask, right?
Right. And she kind of like half smiles to herself and she goes, "I was always told that my elf half was my left half."
Well, there you go.
And she said it was kind of a joke that my dad used to tell me, because, dad's an elf, mom's not an elf. But obviously, you're right, genetics doesn't work like that. But when I was little, I always wondered why my ears were pointed and everybody else's weren't. And so, dad just made it up. But I think it's cute. So it's the left half.
All
And
right.
then she goes back to writing her book.
That's it's a bit more of a concise answer than I was expecting, honestly. Hey, little one there, you all right? You look a bit look like you're hunting for something.
I'm trying to find shiny things.
Well,
You know, and I don't want to flip you on your head here, but if you just kind of shined up your own scales, wouldn't you be the shiny thing? You
Newt's
just kind
gonna
of cleaned up a bit. I mean, I could throw you in a river if you'd like, if that would help.
Newt's gonna look down at his scales, and he's gonna pull out a cloth, and he's gonna start wiping his scales, and then he's gonna look down after it, and you just see like the brightest look on his face as he becomes so happy, and he just starts looking at his wrist like.
I just shattered
Newt.
his.
Newt, as you as you're shining and polishing your scales, something catches your eye. A gold, like there's like a glint of gold and silver in that like bounces off of your scales, and you look up and see a silver helm with gold, like almost like kind of like filigree, and a big blue gem in the middle of the brow. It's pretty ornately carved, just like swirls going back and around to protect, and it even seems to have like little like there's like some open spaces towards the back that might just so happen to fit a creature whose ears need to stick up. And it's very shiny. Very shiny.
Newt's gonna reach out. What's the size it's made for? Like, is it like human size or?
Yeah, it would be for like a medium to smaller creature.
Newt's gonna reach out and grab it, hold it for like 20 seconds as if he's in a trance, and then he's gonna waddle up to the shopkeep. He's gonna put it on the table and go, "How much is this one?"
Oh, that you have excellent taste, my little friend. And well, I'm little too. I mean, I'm just sorry. Anyway, you see this is a very special helm. Have you ever wondered what other people were thinking?
Well, not necessarily.
Well, you never know when it could come in handy. You see, this helm, and he leans in really close. This helm is a helm of telepathy.
His eyes are gonna get wide, and he's gonna reach into his pocket and pull out his little money pouch that has 15 gold in it. Is this enough?
Well, it'll be enough.
Just know, I was so ready to lean over and help him.
Newt's gonna like get like the really cute, like he's gonna get like puppy dog eyes real quick, and he's gonna try to run over and hug the shopkeep.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's still a little bit shorter than the shopkeep, but he's gonna hug him. Big girl hug.
And he'll reach back around and just kind of like, he's a little shocked, but just go like pat. I mean, no worries. I just have a good sense about you. I think you'll use it well. So, add yourself a helm of telepathy, bro.
Nice.
So while you have that helm and while it does require attunement, but it will let you cast detect thoughts, and you can send a telepathic message to the creature you're focusing on when you're using detect thoughts as a bonus action. I'll send you the stats later. But you'll also be able to cast suggestion from it.
Ooh. Newt's gonna grab the helm and put it in his bag, and it's just gonna look like it vanished into his bag. Just vanishes, and then as if it's from a distance, you guys hear a little clank, as if it hit something metal down, a little bit further down in a hole.
Zazra just kind of looks over. How much do you have in that bag?
Do you want to see it? He pulls up his bag.
Oh, my.
We want to see something funny.
Sure.
He's going to jump into the bag.
Oh, my.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're looking into the bag. All you see is the musket, and you just see Newt's little snout peeking out from the top of the bag.
Very interesting as that is, but it probably should come out, yes?
Okay. And he's gonna like climb out.
Very impressive, I might say.
He's gonna give you a smile.
So, is there anything else you'd like to do in the shop?
I'm all set. Thank you kindly for that.
Alrighty. Oriion's waiting outside, so.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. You're all welcome. Please tell everyone about my shop. Hope you all have a great rest of your day.
What
it's been
brings
a
up,
pleasure.
what's your name again?
Oh, my name. Yeah, it's most people just call me. Well, most people just end up calling me Mr. Shine, but
Mr. Shine.
Opens up
Yeah,
another tab,
see-
fantasynamegenerator.com.
My bad,
Every time.
I really did that.
Every
too. I'm sorry.
time.
yeah.
It's okay. I was about to ask the name of the shop, but I realized like that would be too far.
Even harder.
Yeah.
Actually, We could, yeah. We'll call it the Brazen Forge.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I can work with that.
There you go.
Sometimes I can improv some names. Sometimes we'll see.
Sometimes it's Fob, Lob, Bob, and Rob.
Yes.
And sometimes it's just, I don't know, Tim or John.
Yeah.
All right. Cool deal. So
Love it.
I'm assuming you all walk back out of the shop, meet back up with Orion.
We're all set here, Orion. Is there anything else you'd like to go see? Or anything you need?
I'm good. I don't have a lot of money anyway, so we can be on our way.
Very well then. Alright, so I guess we make our way then?
Yeah.
To...
Yeah, I think
like, yeah, as like we're kind of walking through the town, Orion kind of like stays like kind of towards the back of the group and kind of just keeps his hands shoved in his pockets, like he's trying really hard to hold himself back from something, but he's just gonna keep going with you guys, keep pushing forward.
Zazriel kind of notices he's kind of like hanging back and feels like there's something going on, so he's just gonna kind of hang back and say, "What troubles you?
What?
Something's on your mind, yes?"
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just over my years of travel, you get a good sense of how people feel, and I don't know, just something seems like something's bothering you.
It's fine. You don't have to worry about me or anything like that. We have a job to do.
I don't really think you have a say in the matter if I worry about you or not. You are a teammate, and I value everybody.
Okay.
However, that being said, if you don't want to talk about it, I will respect that. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine. I'll be better when we leave.
Very well then.
So, what exactly is the job that we're supposed to be doing, or?
So as you say that, Orion,
Now the plot kicks in.
you hear an explosion. Everybody make me a quick con save.
On.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Already?
Oh
Bro.
no. Oh, I only have a +1 to that. Oh
Okay.
dear.
Same.
Please, please.
Oof.
Nat
a
Nice.
dirty 20.
7.
20, dirty 20.
Oh.
I got a
13.
I got a 13 as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
13, and Orion?
7.
7. Okay. As the explosion racks the air, you think the ground tremors a little bit, and everyone like catches themselves. Orion, you do trip a little bit, but it is far enough away that you don't fall over.
Okay. All right.
And from the sound of it, you look up the street towards the explosion, or towards where the sound came from, and you see dust and bricks and people like screaming and yelling, and there's like rays of energy, magical energy, that seem to be going different directions. What do you do?
Forest Spirit immediately starts walking towards the explosion.
Yeah, Orion is gonna
Like,
kind of not. Go on.
no,
Oh,
that's like she's
sorry.
literally just like staring up and like slowly taking steps, not watching where she's walking at
Newt's
all,
good.
and it's just like, holy cow, what's going on?
Newt's
Alright.
gonna hide behind the giant bugbear man.
Beckham draws a sword, but like he's hesitant. He's not big on magic, so he's gonna creep forward, like staying with the group, but he's not gonna be sprinting towards it or anything.
Orion sprints
Yeah.
towards it, sort of. He's kind of not directly going into the explosion, but he's kind of staying on a bit at the outskirts, just like seeing if anybody else got caught up in it, if there's like anybody who's stuck anywhere, basically just trying to help
Yeah.
like townspeople and stuff.
I was gonna say Zazriel would be looking at the explosion, just kind of looking around to see if anybody else, if anyone was hurt by it.
Okay. So you come into the square. There's a fountain in the middle. There's lanterns all the way around, and it seems like there's been. Let me figure out the order I'm going to describe this in. Once again, there's there's dust. There's bricks and cobblestones on the ground where there should not be. There's people who've fallen down. There's people who are running and kind of and screaming. And then there's a large purple spherical creature hovering in midair with almost like kind of like tentacles coming off of it.
Oh boy.
With one gigantic eye in the middle and a large mouth.
Oh no.
I did not sign up for this.
Surrounding this creature, there's armored people, there's paladins, there's other first responders, basically, who are coming and casting spells at this thing, firing arrows and bolts. It's a beholder, by the way, but we're not rolling initiative.
Yep. Figured
Oh,
that.
rolling initiative? Yeah.
We're not. We're
No.
not.
Plus.
So
Beckham, with his sword, like in his normal like two-handed grip stance, reaches back and flips down like under his backpack, between his backpack and his back. He has a kite shield. He flips it out and like clips it onto his arm. And he like knowing that Newt is like right behind him, kind of crouches down a little, so the shield is a little more protective over him.
Aw.
nice.
Is there like a few people who are like laying on the ground, like injured or hurt, kind of nearby?
Yeah,
You said?
there's a couple
So-
of people nearby.
Okay, so Zazriel's gonna run over to them and, are you all right? And just try to help them up to their feet.
Okay, and they look up. They're a little bit dazed. Yeah, what's going on? Like you go to help a woman and like her child. They're right next to each other. You help them up. You get them on their feet. You get. What do
You
you
need
to get them like on your way? Like, do you say
Yeah,
anything
you,
to them?
You guys need to leave. This area is no longer safe. Please, you need to evacuate.
They hear the cries of the beholder, and as it's like shrieking and going to attack some of the people who are attacking it, and they just okay, let's go, and they run off.
Orion sees Zazriel like kind of going around to help the townsfolk, and he draws his rapier and his shield, and he says, "All right, Angel Face, you take care of the townspeople." And he runs over to the beholder, and where other people are attacking the beholder, just to kind of see what's up, but ready to defend himself.
So,
Okay.
You saying that Zazriel is just kind of like, wait, please, we need to. The creature's being taken care of by others. We need to help everybody else here. I think they've got it covered.
I think you'd be better equipped for that. Just trust me on that. And he just keeps going.
Very well.
Nice. All right, so Orion, as you go forward, you notice a elf stand out from the rest of the crowd, wearing shining armor with like, it looks like an emblem of wings on his breastplate, and he shouts something at the beholder, and his sword glows, and he smites it right in the eye.
Nice.
And shrieking, the beholder spins around, kind of wails, tries to attack a couple other people, and the paladin and the rest of the responders beat it down back into the hole until it retreats. And it's gone.
Yay.
Interesting.
Oh.
The
Uh,
paladin,
That's,
Oh yeah, go ahead, Beckham. Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna. Oh God, yeah.
I just kind of like I'm looking around at this point. I look at Newt and I'm like, that was really big and lots of magic, right? Like, you saw that too.
He's gonna just nod. His eyes are like huge, and he's just like,
I am not getting paid enough to be fighting that thing, but all right. And Beckham's gonna kind of like walk up to all these people that were surrounding it and whatever.
Orion's gonna kind of like slow, like up, like he was running and then was watching the fight, and then kind of just slows down to a walk as it gets beaten down, and just kind of puts his sword away, puts his shield back on his back, and just continues approaching until like it's gone, and then he kind of just glances down in the hole just to see like what exactly it looks like down there.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Okay, what is my perception? Because I don't remember it off the top of my head. Not high. Okay. A 9 total.
Okay. So yeah, you see dark, you see dust, you see rubble. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Or, go ahead. Sorry.
Dumb question time.
Okay.
Does having dark vision help?
Okay. Well, it helps a little bit. Yeah, I was like, hold on. I couldn't remember if you had dark vision or not.
He blinks for dark vision, yeah.
Yeah. You can see it like in black and white. You see the outline, and it goes, you can probably see about maybe like 10 to 15 feet in before it just looks really dusty, and even like it looks like there's even more rubble that's down there in the hole. Then does anybody else have any other reactions?
Or Spear would have also gone and checked the hole first, and then followed Beckham to go and start talking to these people. And she's like, after she's looking at the hole, which I'm assuming you would want me to make a check for,
Yes.
she's like biting her tongue about, she's really trying hard not to ask these people like 1,000 questions and just sort of be casual. She's telling herself that, let me roll that. Ooh, okay. That is a 23.
Ooh, very nice. So yeah, as
nice
you go and you get a little bit closer than Orion, and together you see the same outline. You see rubble, and the dust begins to settle a little bit more, and you can see there's more like boulders and bigger pieces that are blocking the tunnel. So this thing's not coming back for a little bit. Then the paladin, who struck the final blow, is like kind of taking stock of everyone else who's around, and he sees you and just speaks up and says, "Oh, quite a nice, nasty piece of work there. Are you all okay?"
What
Yeah,
in the high holy heck was that? And what's it doing in the middle of your city?
And how did it get here exactly? So from that, and he like just points to the hole. Like, really?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out for ourselves. I mean, so my friend, that was a beholder. I've encountered them a couple of times in the past. They're quite nasty pieces of work. They're very prideful creatures, and they usually look upon the rest of us mortals with disdain.
Right. Well, no, I'm concerned about here, sir. Well, with the guild, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. I'm concerned here that it's in the middle of town. Like, what? How did this happen? Where did they come from?
Is this like, is this something that just happened and you didn't know anything about, or are you currently trying to investigate it? This is a regular occurrence. What's going on?
Thankfully, this is not a regular occurrence, but all the same, having a beholder in the city, there's no telling where it could come out again. Um, since you mentioned your adventures, I mean, we have a few men here who are a little hurt. We can use all the help we could get trying to get rid of this threat. Um, and knowing that it seems possibly that this particular beholder has a network underground. At least there seems to be tunnels, and there's sewers and other tunnels under the city.
You let that floating eyeball dig tunnels under your town.
We didn't let it. No, I think it's invaded.
Well, all right.
Or Spirit
That
mutters
sounds-
to herself, she's like, it's like a big old game of Pop Goes the Weasel. And she's like, you don't know
Whack-a-mole.
where it's gonna pop up next. Exactly, like whack-a-mole.
See, so we have I'm sorry to ask this of you, but as you can see here, we have a pretty large team of adventurers and soldiers, paladins, warriors. We need to flesh this thing out. We need to get this out of the city as fast as possible. And would you be willing to help us?
I mean, yeah, considering they just points to the hole again. Of this is like, that's a huge problem. Yeah, we're gonna help, I assume.
Yes, of course.
Uh,
We can't
Harp-
have
I'm
this.
with you guys.
Can't have this thing lurking about, not knowing when it's going to strike next. It
I've
must be
always-
vanquished.
I've always wanted to do one of those, like, you have my blade and someone else chimes in. Can you guys help me with that? Because you have my sword.
No.
Yes.
My books.
No.
Where do we start?
Well, actually, and you see a hooded figure comes up, a hooded elf, who sweeps back his hair, and well, not hair, hood, but yes, we'll definitely do a seductive hair flip just for you. Make a charisma saving throw for me.
All of us?
No, just anyone who mm, you know what? Yes.
Everyone. All right.
I'm gonna shenanigans this one just for
Yay.
There we
fun.
go. Oh, I rolled a 6.
I rolled what's my bonus to that? A 10.
I wasted a natural 20, and so that's a
Oh.
19.
Okay,
I got a dirty 20.
okay. Beckham and Zazriel. This is just another run-of-the-mill elf. Yeah, he's attractive, but he's an elf.
Zazrael has other important men on his mind. Well, man, I should say.
Yes. Who rolled lower than 10?
I rolled exactly 10.
Okay.
Y'all are spitting.
Or Spira.
Oh no.
This guy, man. Ooh.
I rolled
And
a nat
you're
1.
you're like charmed. A
I
little
rolled a
bit.
nat
Like,
1
wow,
plus
this guy's
3.
my hero. I don't even know him, but
I don't even know him,
I
but like
like him.
I love him.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Mm. Poor
Or
little
Spirit's
Spirit.
just like, guys, I would 100% sit for him.
She's already simping hardcore.
She's
I mean, she's only half elf, but that's a whole
But
elf.
hey, this
right
one.
there.
That's a
All right.
whole elf right there. That's a
Whole
whole
elf. Okay. So, Sir Alair, this new elf approaches, addressing the paladin. We found some secret tunnels that we think might lead to the beholder. They're pretty carved out. It looks like they're pretty fresh. Here, you send a couple of men with me. I can take a crew through, and we'll go check it out.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, and then Alair replies, "Give me a second. We're gonna just actually."
Wait, so Sir Alair is the paladin?
Alair's the paladin.
Okay,
Hey,
the hot elf is someone else.
Yeah, the hot elf. Hey, chat.
Oh no, I know
guys,
what's
I'm gonna give you
All
guys
right.
an opportunity
Uh-oh.
to name this character. Give me some hot elf names.
Who am I gonna be in love with,
Dread
guys?
is not allowed. I'm gonna just say it right now. Whatever that drow's name is that everyone's obsessed with, I'm banning it personally.
I like Greg Gregenstein.
Greg Regenstein.
Herbert Linguini.
I see you with the Johnny. I see you. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do.
Johnny Austin.
I see it. I see
Hollister.
that. I'm gonna call you out right now. That's my friend right there, and Johnny is already an NPC in our campaign. So I see you. I see you.
Okay.
We can't have crossovers? What do you mean?
Yes, this is a male elf, Ashley.
Uh,
Stimble. Oh, Delta, where was that name a few minutes ago when I had to come up with a gnome shopkeep name?
bro.
He's just known as Mr. Shine.
Shine.
His name could be Thimble Sybil.
See Johnny crossover. Chaz can't.
Has.
Chaz Candlewick. Ooh.
I mean,
ooh.
ooh.
Oh,
That's
I
getting
mean-
a vote
Might
from
be
me.
it.
That's
That
getting a
might be the
second
winner.
from me.
Ashley's pretty persistent though.
The Toddster. Okay.
I see like a couple of names that are just getting repeated here. So I mean,
Yeah, we're okay. I'm gonna make a. Ooh, Delta. Okay. I like that last name. We're gonna go.
Me too.
Adostro. Yep. That'll be his last name. And we're gonna do a combo because I'm feeling creative tonight.
Ooh,
Uh,
creative DM.
Toddy, Jod. I don't know.
Linguini.
Jod Linguini. Astrostoster. Awesome. Listen,
Okay, here we go.
I hope this becomes a thing where every now and then Chaz will ask the audience to name characters. Like, that's a pretty cool
Yes.
thing.
Please.
That is cool.
That is
We
great.
I
should
felt
be doing
really
that.
creative about that.
same.
Okay. I've got a name. If we all hate it, maybe we'll retcon it later, but here we go. The Paladin turns to this new elf and says, "Oh, Hayland, good to see you, my friend." Hayland Adostro is this character's name.
All
We
right.
feeling it? We
I
good?
can sense
Good?
that.
I'm feeling it.
Sounds
like
perfect.
Can you spell that first name?
It is HAOLINN. Looks a little weird on paper, but it sounded good to me.
Yeah,
It's not.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Cool. All right. Halen, thank you for volunteering. We've got a group here who's willing to help us out, and I know of a couple other places. I'll take another crew through, and I think hopefully we'll meet in the tunnels and be able to flesh this thing out. So then Halen turns to him, of course. All right, and he turns to you, adventurers, and well, pleasure to meet you. My name's Halen. I'm kind of an investigator here, but also have been on my own very fair share of adventures. And how do you feel about joining me on this dangerous mission?
Well,
Make a blow of himself.
I mean, it
Well,
sounds like you need us.
There's Orion has a knee-jerk response that he's about to say, and then he just stops himself. Just like,
Well,
yes, we will.
Coming with us.
We will. I think we are in agreement that this is a threat that we need to take care of. So, yeah. When are we leaving?
I'm sure we can offer our services to the best of our abilities.
I would like to ask a few questions first. I'm guessing you don't have any maps or anything of these tunnels.
Unfortunately, they seem to have been fairly secret tunnels, but yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have any real maps.
Right.
And there it is.
There it is, guys.
Thank
There it
you.
is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And roll credits.
Yeah.
All right. Great stream, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Did I base this whole session on the fact that I wanted to have secret tunnels? Yes, I did.
I
Literally watched that
go for
episode
it.
yesterday.
So
Secret
exciting.
All right, I'm not going to try and
was
break
waiting for it.
anything, but before even cordial goodbyes happen, before this conversation is over, Beckham is just going to turn around and walk away. He's looking for a general store.
Okay. Yeah, not down the street that you came from, but down another path, there's a general store.
Almost like with tunnel vision, he's not even looking around. He just speed walks up into this general store.
Okay.
Pushes the door open. Is there anyone inside?
Yeah, inside, when you open the door, a shopkeeper human pops up and, can I help you? She's a little in shock from the explosion and...
Right. I'm here to help, but I need something from you first. Do you have chalk, charcoal, and or sand?
That's
That's pretty straightforward. You either got or you don't. Come on.
I think we have everything except the sand.
All right, chalk and charcoal.
Yeah.
How much can I get for just how much chalk you got?
We've got a decent amount of chalk. I mean, I've got a box of these drawing chalks, and she turns around and gets a box of 80 sticks of chalk.
Okay.
Man, you
Uh,
have a love stack.
How much?
chalk,
How much for this
basically.
box? How much for this box?
Maybe 8 silver.
He's going to drop a gold piece on the table because he doesn't have time to count out the silver. A gold piece. A gold piece is 100 silver, right?
10
silver?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
10 silver, I believe.
I can't count, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it's
Um,
enough. I don't have the coin rates memorized myself.
He just drops a gold coin on the table, He's like, "Thank you for your service," and picks up the box and just like fast walks out and straight back.
Okay, perfect.
Orion just watches him walk by, and he looks to the rest of the party like, does he do that often?
Yes. Well, he'll be back. He doesn't take very long. He's very direct.
All right.
Does he do that a lot? Says Halen. I mean, you kind of answered already, so never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're good. But that's also his reaction.
Yeah.
Um,
Not very often, but when he does, he doesn't take very long. He returns quite quickly.
Orion also kind of like glances at Halen a little bit. Is there any way that like I can roll an insight check or something to kind of get her beat off this guy? Kind of like just get like a. Can I insight to vibe check essentially?
Vibe check.
okay, you're vibe
check.
checking him?
I want to
Okay.
vibe check him a little bit.
Make an attack.
Roll for vibe check.
All right, let's see. I have a +7 to my insight. That'll be nice.
Nice.
+7 to vibe check. Nice.
Yeah.
Let me do a little bit of math. So with that bonus, that's an 11.
Okay. He seems a little like obnoxious to you.
What are you talking about?
Is that
No.
He is not.
but is that just an elf thing or is that a bad vibe?
Like
Thing.
it seems like just an elf thing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Doesn't like him, but isn't gonna say anything, or more accurately, is gonna try really hard not to say anything.
Nice.
Like you,
Okay.
like none of you really know Orion very well, but you can just see how many sarcastic, scathing comments are at the tip of his tongue that he's just putting so much effort and willpower not to say.
Yes, I love that.
Nice.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm entertained.
Mhm.
Okay.
Have I made it back?
Yeah, you've made it back by now.
All right,
And-
so as Beckham comes back and he's carrying this box of chalk, he's like, "All right, everybody, grab a handful of chalk. Each of you, all of you, come on. No time to waste.
Why?
Alright.
So we can draw on the walls and we won't get lost. Come on, it's not that hard."
Or Spirit also pulls out
Sure.
an empty journal and says, "I can also write where we've been, too. But
Yeah,
chalk is good. Chalk is
Draw a
good.
map. Draw a map. 100.
We'll-
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Make
But
a map."
grab chalk. Make sure we don't get lost.
All right. Zazriel just like knowing Beckham for a while, he just kind of trusts him and just kind of reaches and grabs a piece of chalk.
Orion is like very hesitant because he has no idea what the hell is going on, and he kind of like grabs like a very small handful and sticks it in his bag.
Newt's
I'm-
gonna grab one stick of chalk, and then he's gonna
Okay.
smell it, and then he's gonna lick it.
All right,
Definitely
as
thought
you
were
do.
gonna say just like pop
You know,
the whole thing and it like pushes into his mouth.
Okay, and
Nice.
that's it. Beckham just kind of shuffles the rest into like a side pocket of his backpack and is like good to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That was very clever, says Halen. Well, if you're all ready, follow me and let's get to hunting. So you follow Halamir. Oh my gosh, sorry, that's a different character. Won't be important later. What?
Hint, wink,
Spoilers?
wink, nudge, nudge.
Somebody clip that
No.
quick.
Not really. It's okay. I'm kidding.
Or am
So
I?
yeah, you follow Halen and through the streets and in a darker, danker part of town, as dark and dank as the capital city of Fairhaven can be. He leads you into a sort of derelict-looking building and opens the door, beckons you in. I know it's not much, but it seems like this is where another place that possibly this beholder came through. And as you enter the building, there's a massive hole in the wall and a massive hole in the floor.
Okay.
Well then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll do it. I'll make.
pretty obvious,
Can,
isn't
can, I,
it?
can I make an investigation check to see if there's anything, I guess, like suspicious about these holes in the
Yeah.
wall crowd? I guess.
I mean, absolutely.
All right.
I mean, they're not normal holes in the wall.
Well, I know that. I just want to. I just see if there's anything that's like clues. I'm searching for clues.
Mm.
I'm getting my Scooby Doo on, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything. That's a 3.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
also kind of like
It's
look
just
around,
about.
investigate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Investigation check, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Azrael's just very distracted by the pure size of these holes. She's just more or less focused on like how and where could this have come from? What'd you roll?
Sorry, I totally forgot about the cursing roll. 17.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't come through.
Yeah, I didn't even hear it either. So you're good.
Good. Yeah.
The
Nice.
17. This building is made out of brick. There's definitely some like there's bricks strewn like inside, so definitely looks like something burst into the building. And there's
So
there-
like
some of
it
them
came
look-
from the side?
like it came from the side, yeah,
It came from the side hole and then like
and then went down.
theoretically went down into the down hole.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
enough damage to imply that it went down.
It went
Okay.
down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Is there anybody else wanting to investigate?
How
I'd
far
like to
down
look-
does the down hole go?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
It goes down about
can see.
15, 20 feet. And it's pretty rough looking. There's debris from the wood floor and looks like there's stone, just more stone rubble down that way. So, yeah, that's what you see. And Helen, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, does it just end, and is it like something it just stopped digging, or did it like kind of curve so like we can see down, but then does it like curve like it's digging?
Like it kept
sideways.
going.
Yeah, instead of going downwards, it dug sideways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes down, and then it looks like it goes in. So, well, this is the spot, says Helen.
So, what are we waiting for exactly?
Nothing as far as I know. Let's go.
Let's make
Are we going on in that one or that one?
We're going down.
down.
All right. Beckham ties a rope to a support pillar nearby, and then he takes that rope and he loops it around another support pillar if there's one in range. I don't know. It's a 50-foot it's a 50-foot rope, and he's got like piton pulleys, and he's got a block and tackle. But he's really just trying to set it up so that if someone needs, someone can have at least one pulley of leverage if they need to pull someone up.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, you set that up, and it's pretty much ready to go. I
Cool.
guess you would explain to the party what you're doing.
Yeah, well, he's completely silent as he does it, but he just kind of ignores everyone and pushes through them as he walks around and ties the rope around, brings it over to the other one and puts it over and yanks it and then throws it down the hole.
Nice. Hey,
Smart thinking, Beckham.
yeah, well done. Well done, my friend. Might have to have you join me on my next quest if you need any more work.
Well, thanks. I'm not here for a trophy, though. Let's go.
Well said. Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yeah, Orion basically as soon as Beckham is done, has kind of just been watching the whole time, just kind of shrugs a little bit and starts taking the rope and going down.
Perfect.
Yeah, Sastriel will soon follow.
Awesome.
Real
Does
quick.
anybody-
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Does anybody not have dark vision?
Literally what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Who does not have dark vision is the better question in this party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pretty sure.
I think all of us do.
I think
think
everybody
all
has
of us
dark
do.
vision.
Yeah.
Because I do. Okay. Never
I
mind that.
couldn't find it on my sheet, and I was like, "Crap! I'm the only one."
I was gonna say because I would have cast light on my pendant, but we don't.
But I don't think we need it right now.
Yeah.
I just want to
We're
say,
good.
Orsphere is a little bit nervous around heights, but she doesn't want to look like a noob. So,
Yes.
It is a gentle enough slope. Like,
oh, so it's not like a pit 15,
Yeah, it's not a
20
pit.
feet down.
It's just like
it's like enough of a there's enough of a rubble pile that lets you kind of like walk down, but
As
the
long
rope
as you're
that
holding,
ties
yeah.
up
Okay.
helps you balance, and you
Cool.
all get down into the tunnel just fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Just this is kind of my last interjection here.
Okay.
Beckham will take a piece of chalk, put it on the right wall, and just drag it across the right wall as they walk.
Orsphere pulls the book back out, grabs her writing utensil, and draws a little square. You know, this is where we started. Start, and just starts mapping.
so. And Sasser will take out his piece of chalk and then go on the left side. Then, if Beckham's doing the right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Teamwork. Love it.
Yes.
All right. So you proceed for a while through the dark, and you don't hear much. You don't really see too much for a while, but the tunnel does curve and bend back and forth to the right, to the left. For those of you who might be a little more directionally gifted, it feels like you're going a little. When you entered this tunnel, it was towards like the east of the city, and you're kind of ending up going a little more northish at this point. Until finally you reach a fork. This tunnel that you've been going through has been about like 10 to 15 feet. Well, that's a little, yeah, about 10 to 15 feet. It's a pretty good sized tunnel. Looks pretty smooth in terms of how it was carved, how it was made. There's no support structures really, but it's like somehow also like stone and like a little bit of dirt interspersed. And then you reach a fork in the tunnel system. To the right, there's a yes. I appreciate that. To the right, the tunnel continues, and it's still the same size. To the left, there's a slightly smaller, actually, a much smaller section off that way.
Like the tunnel itself physically shrinks.
Like, there's a smaller branch of the tunnel
Gotcha.
to the left. And Halen says, well, I don't know about you, but I think if we're chasing something big like a beholder, we'd best stay off to the right.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Makes sense. That's what I was gonna say.
I have to ask, if we're following this beholder down the tunnels, clarify something for me, because I don't know if I caught this or not. Did the beholder make these tunnels, or were they already here?
Well, we assume that the beholder made these tunnels.
Then how did that get made? And he points to the smaller one.
That I'm not sure. It depends. It seems like this beholder might have been here longer than we thought.
If we know where the beholder is and we know what direction it's going, would it be wise for us to find out what occupies this smaller space, just to be on the safe side, just so nothing surprises us? We already know what's down the right tunnel, if our assumptions are correct as to this is where the beholder leads. We have no idea where this smaller one leads. We don't know if it's friend or foe. If you know what I mean.
That's true. If there's anything else hiding down here, we probably should know about it. But I'll leave it up to you.
I say we explore the smaller tunnel for now.
I would agree with that.
If anything, we can come back and we at least know where the beholder is headed.
All right.
All right.
Well, I think I'm outvoted here. Let's just keep our mind on how much time we burn in here. Time is of the essence, and I don't want wherever that thing is to pop back up and start hurting more people. So let's just be quick about it. And he's going to draw an arrow to show what direction they were traveling, and then a line and a stop to show that they stopped working on that line and are taking a different route to go down the left tunnel.
Perfect.
Or Spear makes the same marks on her piece of paper, just that way that they match.
Good adventurers go left.
Yeah.
Nice. So you turn left, and you go for a while. It's narrow enough. You do have to go single file. Who would be going first?
I think because it was Azriel's suggestion, I think he would have gone first.
Okay.
Say not me.
Zazriel and Halen will be up front. And it's not like, other than that, it's not super important the rest of the order. But Zazriel, the tunnel forks a little bit after, like, you walk maybe 100 yards down, and it branches off. And at the end of that branch, it's about 25 feet. You see a door. And then up ahead, you see another branch about 25 feet up that looks like a small hallway. And then the tunnel continues straight on after that.
Azriel, what do your angel eyes see?
Well, there happens to be a small door. You said to the right, right?
To the left, actually.
To the left. A small door to the left, and the left side. Hold on, I'm getting my directions messed up.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
I just have like a scenery question. Does it look like this was just like a normal underground tunnel with like stone walls or whatever that just happened to get blasted through perpendicularly?
These walls do not look like they were blasted through. They have a much more like dug and natural look to them. There's wooden support beams, like these were dug out.
There seems to be a hallway up ahead as well.
Hallie, that's your name, right?
No, Halen.
Getting Halen. All right. Internally thinking, I don't care, but all right. He's not saying that out loud, obviously, but that is what he's thinking. He's just, all right. So this just begs the question. Again, these tunnels weren't here before, as far as any of you were aware.
I mean, not so far as we're aware. It looks like something else has been digging down here. I mean, I know that there's cults and stuff that I've encountered in the past, and you never know when they will try to show up. especially in a city as rich as this, especially rich in knowledge, it would make sense.
All right.
There'd be something else here.
I think it might be worth checking out the door for now.
I would agree.
Becca makes a chalk mark of a like sideways directional 3 fork, and marks the first one, the top one, which is the direction to the right, which has the door. He marks that one with a 1 tally mark. It is the first choice that was made.
Nice. Sorry, I'm making a note of something. So wait, which way are you guys going again?
Toward the door.
To the door.
Toward the door. Okay. You go towards the door. You open it.
Yeah.
Okay. Inside, there's some shelves. It looks like there's there's some shelves. There's some like a little bit of foodstuffs. There's a chest off in the corner, and there's a book.
Dibs. But I would like to look at it before I touch it.
Okay. It is a normal book, but
Dibs.
it has a deep black cover on it.
Okay. Any sort of writing on it? On the front or the side?
On the front or the side, no.
It's
pretty nondescript.
What have you found there, or Spira?
I pick it up, and
Nice.
I'm like, well, I found this book, but it doesn't have anything on the outside, and so she just like cracks the cover open.
So, as you crack the cover open, Halen comes over and says, "Oh, what did you find?" And inside of the cover, you see some like disjointed symbols. It almost
Okay.
looks like shorthand. And go ahead.
I was just gonna ask what language, if it was an identifiable language.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yeah, it is an identifiable language. Halen actually looks at it and now this is thieves' cant,
Dang.
Dang.
or a form of it anyway.
Orion steps forward upon hearing this and looks at it. Orion knows thieves' cant, so he could read it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So, I guess, Are you announcing that to everybody?
No, he goes over and he says, let me take a look.
Okay.
And
So Spira hands it over to you.
He takes it and he reads it. And what does it say?
So inside, it's kind of a logbook of different things. Even inside of the thieves' cant, there seems to be some sort of like hidden meanings. It's very vague, like talks about troop movements, new recruits, talks about you see specific like dates, and the last entry of the book, because it seems to be a journal, notes the date is, or the last entry seems to mention that this day, today, and in reference to an operation.
So, according to this, at least this is just a thought, I get the feeling that the beholder attack wasn't an accident. I think it might have been planned.
What makes you think that?
This journal here, the last entry mentions today and what happened today.
Today. Huh.
And it
Yeah,
has
you.
troop movements, and all kinds of other things. I don't think this was some random beholder who decided to start attacking a random town. I think this was intentional.
I would agree. That's way too coincidental.
Or Spear's just over the moon that you can translate this. And she's like, you know what this is? And like, she does, obviously, since she doesn't know this yet, she's freaking out. Kind of, I mean, you can tell that everything that you've just said has kind of maybe gone over her head a little bit, just because she's so focused on the fact that you have successfully, like, you can read this. She's like, you're gonna have to teach me how to do this. And she's like, do you mind if I hang on to that book? But
Sure. And it hands
Cool.
it back to her, kind of a little weirded out by just how excited she is at anything that he's done so far today.
and she's just like staring at it, trying to will herself to just know it. But she's looking at it, and then she looks up and realizes everybody's staring at her, and so she just sort of like closes it and slips it in her bag, and she's like, cool. So today, yes.
What does the rest of the room look like?
So the rest, it's a very small room. Yeah, there's
No other
No other
doors.
books.
No, there's no other doors. It's kind of like a mini office, basically.
And no other books or texts.
Nothing of note.
Okay. Zazro would just kind of like, if there were any other books, he would just kind of skim through them, and as soon as he kind of realizes after a few pages that it's really not relevant at all, he just kind of sets it down and moves on. It's almost as if he's like searching for something particular, but not like, could be related to the mission, could be related to something else, but he's looking for something.
Newt's gonna look at the shelves, and you said there was a chest in the room too?
Yes, I did.
After he looks at the shelves, he's gonna go over to it and poke it, because he's had bad experience with mimics.
That's right.
Oh shoot.
Nothing attacks you. The chest does not attack you, and there's no darts that hit you.
Sweet. He's gonna open it up and look inside.
Okay. Inside this little chest. You find some gold pieces, you find some silver pieces, you find a ruby, and you find a wood and bronze golden pen, and a necklace with a deep green hook on it. In fact, it looks more like a claw.
Okay. You said how much? How many gold and how many silver?
Like 15 gold, 15 silver, and a ruby.
Okay.
And then the necklace with the emerald claw on it.
Newt's just getting everything today, isn't he?
I know, I was gonna say.
He really is, huh?
Well, he's going to reach in, he's gonna grab everything, and he's gonna turn around a little shy like, and he's gonna like, does anybody want any of this before I take it all?
I believe finders keepers.
There's a-
I think that should be yours. You found that fair and square.
There was like a second, just as you were saying that, where Orion was about to reach, and then he heard that. He's like, and he just shoved his hand back into his pocket, hoping no one noticed. Yeah, no,
Do I notice Orion doing
Okay.
this.
Do I have to make a sleight of hand or a stealth check in order to make sure that I can hide it?
Just make a deception check.
Deception. Okay.
Mhm.
I am proficient in that. Let's see. Fine. 17.
Okay, yeah. You don't notice the reaching movement.
Okay. Then he's just gonna pocket everything then.
Nice. Mm. Well,
So Beckham, kind of noticing that we've kind of like lost our steam from like marching forward, and then oh look, book. All right, everybody gather around this book, and whatever. He's going to put his shield back on his back and go back to like kind of like two-handing his sword.
okay.
And then after kind of looking around the room and letting them mess with books and whatnot, he's not really interested, and he's gonna like open the door and kind of wait for the rest of them to come to follow on the way back.
Cool. And Halelin's gonna look, well, it seems like we've got a good amount of information from here. We best move on. So you move back out into the hallway, and then remember there's 2 other little branches, and the tunnel continues straight ahead.
He will make a mark on. He will go to that chalk mark that he noted that was our first choice that we went down, and he'll make 2 lines across that branch to say that it was a dead end.
Okay. Perfect.
Forestier is keeping that same code.
Cool deal.
So we head toward
And-
the hallway then.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you're back in the hallway, or you're back in the tunnel,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna assume you're gonna keep moving forward, and you have the branch. All of these branches are pretty much the same size. The one at the end, is a little bit longer, and then the one that's up next on your right also has another door at the end of it.
Okay.
Beckham just kind of looks to the group, shrugging, like, whatever you want. It's your idea.
We've had good luck with doors.
Yes, let's
mean-
find out what's behind door number 2, I guess.
I'm sorry, this is
I-
not a Beckham thing. This is a cult comment, but I'm like, good luck with doors with what sample size? Sorry, that was funny.
No, that's perfect.
Orion kind of just waits for everyone to kind of go forward and then kind of moves himself a little bit towards the back, mostly away from. I'm so sorry, I've already forgotten his name again. Halion?
Halen.
I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with names.
That's
Halen.
okay.
I've already forgotten the paladin's name too, but Halen.
Olira,
Okay.
I think, right?
I've been making notes. It's Sir Alair and
Alair.
Olair.
Okay.
and
Alair.
Halen Atostro.
So kind of away from Halen, kind of towards the back. He kind of looks to whoever is back there with him. So I don't know who would be like trailing towards the back. Newt. All right.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I feel like Newt would probably be the one that's closest to you.
All right. Kind of looks over, expecting there to be like someone at his height, has to look down and realizes, oh, right. He kind of, as everyone's sort of contemplating where they're going to go, kind of kneels down and leans over to talk to Newt, and he says, "Is it just me, or is this incredibly suspicious? Is it just me?"
Huh? I don't know. I'm just following everyone. I got some cool things from the chest back there.
Good
I love
talk.
Newt so much.
Good talk. And then he, realizing that he's not really going to go and get anywhere with this, stands back up.
Perfect. So, go for the next door.
Mm-hmm.
All
I guess
right.
I'll just open it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
And inside?
just I know this is like not a Zazriel thing to do, but just because I know one of my friends is watching and he said it earlier, so I will kick the door down.
Okay.
In honor of him. You're welcome.
Nice. So, you kick the door in, and inside, it's another little office room. There's against the opposite wall, there's like some jars and like random desk ornaments. There's another black book there, and then there's there's like a large stack of books on the floor, against the like in the corner,
Can I
like the back right corner of the room.
can I go over to the black book and crack it open? Is it also in Thieves' Cant or?
Yes, it is also in Thieves' Cant.
All right. What does it say?
Inside, it's more of a ledger.
Okay.
It seems to be talking about different kinds of troops from the other book that you found. It references mirrors and and references things about dust, and like when the dust settles, that these are your instructions basically. And it's signed it's signed by a name in Thieves' Cant that says that I'm going to assume you read this quietly, signed Reaver.
Reader.
Yeah.
Okay.
What an edgelord.
I'm thinking that almost rivals Zazriel. Dang.
It's like, what's the coolest name I can think of? Reaver.
I did actually plan that name, so
Oh,
yeah.
let's go.
Nope.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got the Reaver, or the Reaver's note in this book, and Halen actually comes over to you and asks, "What did you find? What did you find there?"
See, Orion has not trusted Halen this entire time. Like, initially he kind of saw him as just like, okay, he's just an obnoxious elf pretty boy, whatever. But
Great.
throughout this entire endeavor, like he's just like, his trust in this man that was already non-existent has only gone down the farther along they've gone, and the more they've learned about these tunnels. So he's just gonna kind of look up at Halen and close the book, and he says, "Some sort of like ledger."
Oh, interesting. Seems like they have quite the operation going on here.
I think so, considering how extensive these tunnels are, and truthfully, no one knew about these.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, we have quite a problem here.
Can I vibe check him one more time?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Roll
Insight.
to vibe check.
Nearly dropped my dice.
The penguin squawk gives you advantage.
Dang it! 10.
Yeah.
Still not getting
You
it.
don't sense anything. You don't sense anything. You just
no
feel
vibe.
like
Can't.
he's
Can't.
in.
Not a vibe.
Just- Not a vibe.
Not a vibe, but not quite. Not a vibe. You know.
Yeah.
not
somewhere in
bad
there.
vibes.
Just no vibe.
Just no vibe.
No vibes.
So you said there were a stack of books, yes?
Yes.
Or Spirit would have beeline straight
Yeah.
to that.
Same with Zazriel. Yeah. Are these books in common or?
Something else.
Yeah,
I know a few
same.
languages. A few.
My
Sprinkling.
question is, who would have gone for the books first?
Probably or a spirit.
Yeah.
Like Zazriel is like it's not a love of books he's looking for. It's just like he's looking for answers. Like he's looking for something about like looking for information. But like or spirit, I feel is just like your love of books is just like over.
Gotta
everybody
collect
else.
them all.
Exactly. You're the Pokemon master of books.
Yep.
So, or spirit, as you go to touch the top book of the stack, your hand sticks to it.
Yikes! Uh-oh.
And
That's a mimic.
yeah, it sticks,
Like.
and the top of the book morphs and bites your hand.
Oh
It's a
No.
And
My one weakness, Chaz.
You really used it against you, huh?
I know. You knew.
that should be
Good thing for Zazriel's calm nature and cool, calm, and collected pacing.
Yeah, no. Owie.
Oh,
okay.
no,
That's
honey.
6.
Don't make that face.
Yikes.
Okay, that's 6 piercing damage and 6 poison damage. It's a mimic. Roll initiative.
All right, here we go.
My gosh.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
21.
Oh, that was good as that.
Nice.
My dice have not been
That
cooperating with
really
me.
hurt.
Yeah.
My dice,
Oh, I got a 19.
I got a 4.
Okay.
12.
My dice have not been cooperating with me pretty much almost the entire time.
That is a 14 from Newt.
Okay. You. Mimic.
Oh.
So, you know, Orsphere is so sad right now on the inside that she let herself fall for that.
That's okay. Beckham
She
already
likes
hates
to-
books, so
Yeah, I feel bad for Orspira. But anyway,
Yeah.
Beckham, it's your go. You
All
see
right.
this pile of books like kind of morph a little bit, and it is lashed onto Orspira's hand.
yeah, like I said, Beckham already hates books. So as soon as he saw like stack of books, he was like, ugh. He's going to just run up on stack of books and sword at them.
Okay, so you cast sword. Roll to attack.
Yes, I'll make my spell attack to sword them. Long
Here's a
sword.
very effective spell.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, very nice. That definitely hits.
That's 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
Okay.
14 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
That's 11 slashing damage.
Very nice.
You know, you really should just read these, Roy.
That's what she was trying to do.
Nicely done. All right, Orspira, you're next.
Cool. Orsphere is pissed. That her only love has betrayed her, or that a mimic has betrayed her in the shape of her only love. And she, if you were there for that,
Yeah.
She's got, I guess, one hand stuck in the mouth still, or would
Mhm.
it have let go? Okay.
It would have let go enough. I'm not gonna bother with grapple mechanics right now.
So she's super mad about that, and she's going to, like, on the back of her bag sideways, she pulls out her quarterstaff and she's just gonna try and bop it. So we're gonna
Bop it.
roll the bop.
Roll the
Roll
bop.
the bop. Oh, okay. We rolled a dirty 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Sweet.
definitely hits.
So then, okay, that is. Here we go. It's only for three damage.
Okay.
But we have bopped the top of the book.
Okay, you bop the book for 3 damage.
I did.
Nice. That it?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So
Okay. Cool deal. Next up, the the book is going. It's the mimic pseudopod tongue is going to whip out, and it's going to reach out and try to attack you, Orspira.
Oh no, not again.
Yikes.
Does an 18 hit?
yes, an 18 hits.
Rip.
Yikes.
For
Just
a
have heavy
total
armor
of
and a shield and be a warforged. Then you'll have a 19 armor class.
I should have just been, what is that, a turtle?
that's going to be a total of 5 bludgeoning damage, but then you shall be. Then you're going to be grappled.
So
So.
sad.
Now
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
grappled.
It's okay. Once we all go through our turns, I'm sure it won't last that much longer.
Stay
Yeah.
there, stay there.
There's enough of you, it won't be bad. But Zazriel, it's your turn.
Yay. He's just kind of taken back at what just happened, and that this creature bit his friend, and he's going to raise his hand, and it starts glowing white as I cast Sacred Flame on it. So it has to make me a dex save, please.
Okay. Does a 14 pass?
Let
No.
me guess, the 14 is the DC.
Yep.
Oof.
Ah. Yeah.
Whoa.
So that passes, I guess. Does anything
Right.
happen?
No. It must succeed or take. It doesn't say anything about not damage. Okay, never mind. That was an action, and I don't have anything to do as a bonus action, so that is it for me.
Rip. Okay. Orion, it's your turn.
I would also like to cast this great spell that I heard about called Stab It with my sword.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna stab it. I'm gonna
Okay.
hope I can hit it. First
Roll
of
hit.
all. Okay. That plus bonus. Dex or strength? Strength. So that's a +6. So that's 21 to hit.
Okay. Yep, that definitely hits.
And there are at least 2 people within melee range, correct?
Yes.
And I'm using a finesse weapon, so not only do I get a bonus 2 to my damage because I have the dueling fighting style, I also get to roll a d6 for my sneak attack damage.
Very nice. Okay, just tell me the total.
All right.
I was gonna say it wouldn't be an Arcane Adventure stream without some technical issues. So.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's going to be 13 points of damage total.
Very nice.
And
Anything
yes,
else?
I think that's. Actually, as a bonus action, he is going to also cast Compelled Duel on it. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Whew. That's an 18.
I hate to tell you this, but that does pass.
I
Cool.
really hate to tell you this.
But that does pass. So yeah, rip. Okay. So that is going to be the end of my turn. And for those of you watching, and in case you haven't guessed it by now, yes, he is actually a Paladin Rogue multiclass.
Love it.
Very nice.
The reveal.
Love it.
Carry on.
I mean, as soon as you were like trying
Okay.
to, you were like, you had to stand outside the shop. I knew there was something going on. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. He wants to steal something.
He's a little too edgy to be a paladin, so
I'm not sure if he's just a pickpocket or.
the thieves can't really gave it away, huh?
Yeah, it really did.
All right.
So next up, Halen is going to roll in. Foul creature. Well done, everyone, so far. And he hits it. He goes to swing with it, swings at it with his sword twice and misses once, but hits the second time for a grand total of 11 damage. Oh wait, no, that should be more. Yeah, no, it's actually more because pluses. Yeah, for a good total of 14 damage. So it's not looking super good. It's really not looking very good, and it's like salivating and hissing and like it's mad. It's a mad mimic. Beckham, it's back to you.
I'm sorry, you said Beckham, and my brain was like, my name's Colt. What are you talking about? How's it looking?
It's not looking very good.
Right. Well, I'm going to cast Sword.
Okay.
At second level. I just rolled a natural 1.
Oof. Okay. So yeah, you miss.
Am I still grappled with it? Yeah, I guess I would be, right?
Yeah, technically you would be. And you kind of like trip a little bit. So make your next attack roll a disadvantage.
All right.
Yikes.
Well, my first roll is a 17, so of course this is gonna. That is very cocked. Okay, that's a with disadvantage, 19 to hit.
Nice. Okay, roll damage.
7 slashing damage.
Nice. All right.
Is it still kicking?
Yeah, it's still kicking, just barely.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
that ends my turn.
Yeah, it's looking really pretty bad. Like knocking on death's door. Or Spirit, it's to you.
All
can
right.
try to-
Well, I guess I have to try and ungrapple myself.
Yep. So make a strength save.
I just need to keep my dice out of my bag. I keep putting them back, and I should
Actually, it does say here that it looks like an athletics check.
Yeah, it's an athletics check. My bad. I always get checks and saving throws mixed up.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
I'd make it a
Plus
disadvantage.
0 either way. So, alrighty. So, a nat 1. We can't get any lower than that. So,
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's a yikes.
Yeah, you're still
I'm
very grappled, and it's gonna
crippled.
like pull you in just a little bit and give you a little nibble, and take 3 points of piercing
Yeah.
damage.
How you doing? If you had to put it in numerical terms, how wounded would you say you are?
In numerical terms,
Like,
I think
on a
I'm
scale
feeling
from 0 to your max HP.
probably like a 4.5.
Okay, well, we'll take care of that soon
Okay.
enough. I promise.
And I'm like, don't worry, guys. Just can someone take care of this?
It's a crafty little thing.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Whose turn is it?
So that was Orsphere's turn.
Yep.
Next, it is the mimics go, and yeah, I guess it's gonna make one more bite attack at Orsphere. I don't even know the
Dang.
rules, but I'm gonna make a. I am gonna make a roll. Does a 14 hit?
It doesn't.
You're able to like pull back a little bit with, even though you're grappled and stuck, and it just misses biting you again. Next up, Zazriel.
Cool. Well, we are going to try that one more time. And go for the Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so it has to make me a next save.
Not one. How do you want to take it out?
Woo! Yeah.
So, Zaz was he's gonna just hold his hand up toward the mimic and just say, "It's time you let go of my friend." And as he just closes his eyes, this white beam just kind of comes down from the ceiling and just kind of starts like burning away at this mimic in this holy radiant light.
Heck yes.
Awesome. In this light, the mimic like loses its stickiness, and Orspira pulls back from it, and it screams, "Ah!" And it, like, the book appearance starts to like kind of crisp away and wrinkle until the mimic shrivels and dies. Well done.
Yeah.
Now that the mimic is dead,
Ouch.
Orion is gonna go over to Orspira and lay on hands, heal for 10 points, 10 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
You look like you were doing a rough time, so yeah, kind of just awkwardly pats her on the shoulder, and you heal for 10 hit points.
Are there any other books in this room?
Yes.
Beckham stabs every book in this room just to check it.
Hey,
Not like
careful.
he doesn't like destroy it. He just like walks up to each book and kind of gives it a little and walks up to the next one.
Nice.
So like you're putting a hole through every single
No,
one.
not a hole. Just like I'm
I-
jabbing the cover. I'm jabbing the cover
like
to see if it twitches.
like this. Like,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
not-
nice
Yeah.
little.
not destroying it, just like checking.
I just pictured you like skewering the bugs, and I'm like,
I
Same.
also totally imagine that. Like, just a light stabbing, a gentle stabbing.
A little stabbing is a treat, you know.
Just a little light stabbing as a treat, you know?
I love it. I love it. All right, yeah, none of them bite back. The room is clear.
I'd
Right.
like to
You're-
read those.
yeah, same here.
I want to read the ones that don't bite.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you take a few, you flip some of them open, some of them, like one of them seems to be about. One of them's like a little bit of mythology. It seems like religious a little bit. It talks about the Dark Six. Is the label of one of them. There's a couple of history books, a book about tunneling, and that's about it.
Cool. Orspira puts everything else in her bag. She's used to carrying so many more books, by the way. Like this is nothing. But keeps the one about tunneling out and just kind of flips through and see if there's anything important that she would need to know related to the tunnels that everybody's currently in.
Okay. So as you read through it, there's a little bit about, I mean, obviously tunnel structure and like some they there's a section about getting rid of waste, and there's a note off to the side that mentions, like, in order to take care of the waste generated from our digging efforts and brought in by the crew, we had to bring in a creature to help us get rid of it.
Oh,
And
interesting.
the men didn't like feeding it very much, but it was effective, especially for intruders.
Can Boar Spirit kind of wants to rack her brain and like check deep down if maybe she would have read something similar about like other creatures that she would have known about that help deal with this sort of thing. That would be like a history check.
Yeah, make a
maybe?
history check.
Okay. No, I dropped it. But we have a 19.
Okay. So there's two creatures that come to mind.
Okay.
The first one that comes to your mind is an Odiug. You know that those can sometimes be used in dungeons as waste cleaners. You briefly actually think of a third. You think about different forms of oozes that possibly could have had some kind of an advantage, but now that you think about it, there's some other kind of creature that might have done it. Like the reference to the men didn't like feeding it. On the next page, it references a many-mouthed creature. That's what I'm gonna give you. Not a kind of broke it a little bit, but yeah, that's what I'll give you.
I'm gonna just, for posterity's sake, I'm gonna throw out a divine sense.
Okay.
Just
What's
to
the?
see.
What's your?
I think divine sense is a 60-foot range, like a radius. I think. I can double check.
I'm pretty sure.
Divine sense. 60 feet. Within 60 feet of me, that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
I know the type. It's celestial, fiend, or undead, but not its identity. So yeah.
Yeah, you don't sense any of those.
Okay. I can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been desecrated or consecrated or desecrated within the same range.
Yeah, you don't sense any desecrated or consecrated places.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Just for posterity's sake. Also because at this point, like, I'm so suspicious of Halen?
Halen.
Okay. Just actually like a demon in disguise or something, you know? At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised. He hasn't even done anything particularly suspicious, but I am so suspicious.
Oh, man. Yeah.
The big plot twist is going to be he's a totally normal person and has done no wrong.
Are you
and I'm not going to believe you.
Or are you trying to sense, use your divine senses to try to read something off of him?
No, it was just like a general throwing it out to see if there's anything within the area of that kind, just to double check, considering we did just get attacked by a mimic. It's like, what else is down here kind of a vibe.
Yeah, so as you go out back into the hallway, make me a perception check.
Okay. A 3.
Okay. So You don't hear anything, but you definitely sense like there's something else down here, and it's definitely coming from up ahead.
Hey guys, kind of pokes his head back into the room. Guys, I think there's something down there, and I think it's coming towards us.
Before you finish that sentence, Beckham is pushing past you to get into the hallway.
Kind of
Nice.
presses himself up against the wall because, like, I forgot to mention that, like, Orion's not like a big guy by any means. Like, he's strong, but he's only kind of tall, and he's only like the kind of strong of like someone who's normally pretty skinny who like somewhat recently got into shape. So Beckham is much bigger than him, and he just kind of presses himself up against the wall as soon as Beckham starts like motioning towards him, like he's gonna barrel right through him. Like, nope.
Nice.
Zazriel kind of wants to read a little bit more about the Dark Six.
Okay.
Just kind of skim through that a little bit.
Okay. You kind of get a sense that they're different types of deities. And there's different like and the script itself, from what you can see, it seems to really adore them, like revere them. Those are the references
Just
you got out of.
revering the dark ones.
Yeah, the Dark
deities.
Six. Yeah.
Is there a certain name that pops up that I recognize?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a direct name, but you know it's a name of this other deity that you're looking for. It's a name you've heard used to refer to this one deity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. With that, like, sorry, I don't mean to like blow past, but
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a little laggy.
No, that's
right
okay.
now.
Zazriel will just he sees the name or like the reference, and he just immediately, and he closes the book and just kind of puts in his back pocket for now, or in his bag, I guess. And should just kind of read for later.
Perfect. Okay. So, next up, as you wait in the hallway, Beckham, nothing comes towards you. The rest of the crew joins you. Halen mentions, like, do you all feel that?
Feel
Yes.
what?
There's something else down there. And as he points it out, you start to hear these, like, a mix of whispers and screams and shrieks. But there's something off about them. There's something inhuman about them. But they don't come any closer, but they seem to be echoing down the hall from up ahead.
Nope, I don't like that one bit.
Do you think someone needs our help?
They sound a little inhuman.
I don't particularly like that. But do you think we have any option other than going and checking it out?
Helen says, well, the best way to find out is to go forward.
Just everybody be cautious, be on your toes.
Beckham updates the chalk marks on the walls with like his offhand, and he adds a number 2 and a dead end symbol to the door that we went into. It's not a number 2, it's a 2 tally marks. And then he puts a very small little arrow on the one we're heading towards.
Orion, up until this point, has been doing his best to hide his kind of general distrust of Halen. Now with this, he's just kind of almost sarcastically, like extending like a hand, gesturing to the forward path. And he says, "Off to you."
I wouldn't have it any other way, Halen says. And he leads you down the hallway and into another room.
Quick question.
Yeah.
You described Halen as wearing fancy clothes earlier, right?
Just a hood.
Just a hood.
Like,
Is
that's like a hooded
That's
cloak.
Is
Yeah,
he wearing
Nothing
armor?
else
He's like
underneath,
very
just the
average
clothes.
attire.
Nothing. Just
Shoes, pants?
Yeah, he has shoes and pants. It's like, it's nice clothes, but
Right.
it also like he doesn't stand out that much.
Well, am I getting the sense that like this is a magic user, or like this is a random who's never seen combat?
This guy
Rando.
is not a magic user, but he has experience. He has experience with life. Like, he knows what he puts off the vibes of, he knows what he's doing.
Like he's got grit.
He's got some kind of grit. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he's definitely an adventurer. He's done stuff. He's been
Right.
places. He's
But
killed
he's
things.
not like
Stuff.
wearing armor right now or anything.
Like leathers, basically.
Does he have a weapon with him?
Yes, he's got a short sword and he's got some daggers.
Okay. Just basic. I was just checking because I also don't want to, put the civilian in front. That's probably not a good tactical decision.
The
Yeah.
civilian in front.
But
Be like me out there in front.
Okay, all right. You said short sword and dagger. Can I vibe check him one more time? Basically, just
Yes.
trying to determine, from my own knowledge, is this a rogue?
I'm gonna give it this to you. He is a rogue.
Okay, all right.
That is his class. He is a rogue.
Okay.
There it is.
So,
Or Spirit notices that
he-
you've just been like super not into this, and she's not like offended or anything, because it's not as if she's totally smitten with this dude, but she kind of leans over and she's like, what's going, are you, what's up with, why are you like, is he weird? Like, should we be worried about him?
kind of whispers back there. Says, I don't trust him. It's something. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Something's off about all of this, and there's something like, can't explain it. I don't know what it is. It's just in my experience, especially with rogues, tend to be bad news. So I'm not exactly thrilled to be working with him, especially when we're learning a lot of this kind of stuff.
and she kind of like sighs and she looks over at him. She's like, well, I guess we could really figure out what's going on here. And she casts Zone of Truth. So everybody in a 15-foot radius of me needs to make a charisma save.
Or choose to. I think with Zone of Truth, you can also choose to fail, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I'll still roll it for posterity.
I got a 6.
I got a math. Work with me here. 13.
Okay.
Well, I got another nat 1.
Oh no, I just unleashed like a truth bomb.
Rest in peace, Newt.
By that before?
What? What'd you say?
I feel like Newt's been okay. Yeah. Okay.
He was very honest about his backstory.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Newt doesn't need Zone of Truth.
Ezra tells the truth regardless, so it's not like he's hiding
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
You just put some magic on me. You know magic scares me. Oh, what the hell?
It was a 14, by the way, that you had to beat. Like, that's
Yeah, I met it, so.
yeah.
Okay. So you cast Zone of Truth. What do you do next?
Well, I'm supposed to know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw, and an affected creature is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions, but it just can't lie. So then I look at Orion and I'm like, there you go.
Okay.
Go for it.
Right.
Halen failed.
Well, I mean, so did Orion. So here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
Everybody get on the truth bus. We're going for a
go. Truth bomb time. Orion
yeah.
kind of looks to Halen and he says, "I don't trust you. That's if we're going to be honest here, because magically we have to be. I don't trust you. So when you say you don't know anything about the tunnels, you don't know anything about this town, you don't know anything about the beholder or anything like that, are you telling the truth or are you lying to us?"
I do know about the town. I do know this little bit about the tunnels.
What do you know?
And I know about the beholder. But that's... I know...
He's avoiding things. He doesn't want to tell the truth.
It poses danger. And I know that there's more going on with these tunnels.
What exactly are you hiding from us and what are your intentions?
I made this so hard. I'm so sorry.
We should keep moving to take out this beholder. It has something that I and my employers need.
Your employers? Who exactly are your employers?
That's not something I can talk about right now. We need to get moving.
No,
Or
I
Spirit
think it
gets
might be a little...
really. Oh, I was gonna say, or Spirit gets really mad and she reaches in her bag and grabs the chalk and just starts along the wall and she's like, "All right, fine."
Is that... So I feel like maybe, just maybe, you telling us about your employers might be able to help us, because if we're on the same page and we're on the same mission and we want the same things, why aren't you being completely honest with us?
Well, my employers like to have a certain amount of ambiguity because of the nature of their work. But I can promise you all, if you help me complete this mission, you will be handsomely rewarded.
Do you intend on betraying us at all? A simple yes or no.
That depends on if you plan to betray me.
He's avoiding the
No.
question.
I was
She
gonna
calls
say.
back. He's avoiding that question. She's still just like trotting
Like,
along with
down
her
the-
chalk, like straight up pouting.
we have no intention of doing such a thing. Now, as for you, do you or don't you?
Betray you.
Shall
All right,
not.
then.
Come on. Trust me. And he winks.
It's really hard to do that when you've been avoiding questions on the zone of truth.
And Zazro just
Love
continues
it.
to walk on.
Alrighty.
Love it. Okay. Well,
Love that good old wrench of zone of truth.
Yes, love it.
can't win them all.
Little
Hey,
interrogation.
No question. It's like you know when they're avoiding it, and it's obviously yes or no, right? If it's no, and they have to answer the truth, yes or no. So it's not like they come up with this whole big excuse. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I really would like to stab him, though. I mean, just feel that bone crunch when you get past that like second layer of the, that like kind of stops for a second and then like you get the nice crunch as it goes through. I should
you-
probably stop talking.
I was gonna say, you're saying this out loud, yeah?
Yeah.
I just kind of turn to I turn to Beckham and just say, "Well, you have the first swing."
All right.
As I just kind of give him this kind of like very I've got my eye on you type of glare, and then continue on.
Okay.
As we keep walking, like Orion kind of goes over to Aspira. How do you pronounce her name again?
Oraspira.
Spira.
All right, just making sure. Goes over to Oraspira and says very quietly, like kind of separate from the rest of the group, he says, "Thank you for that." And like he continues on, like in the same kind of slouched, hands in pockets kind of way that he's been walking, but like there's like his back is kind of a little straighter, like almost like he's never really been validated like that. A little happy, a little self-satisfied that happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Neat.
So you press forward, and you go under an archway. You actually see some like torch lights in this circular room, and in the middle there's a really dark pit, and the whispers and the cries, the like kind of start noise is like a gibbering sound.
Well, who lit these torches?
Beats me. But it seems like whoever's operating down here, they probably have.
Right, but that means that they're nearby. I mean, these things only last a few hours, right? So we need to keep our heads on swivels and not jump into giant pit of death there.
I'm gonna jump into the pit. No, I'm kidding.
If you're going to, let me cast guidance first.
I was gonna look at Newt and be like, I've seen you jump into, or, not this one.
Orion is gonna like get a little closer to the pit, kind of take a closer look, see what's down. Try to see what's down there without actually like jumping in, you know?
Mm-hmm. A this blob. Yeah. And you see a lot of different mouths moving in this blob. It's pretty horrifying.
Crap.
Can I put out a divine sense to know if this is a celestial fiend or undead?
It's none of those.
None of the above. That's somehow worse. Okay, cool.
Halen will look over and jump back, and almost immediately, that is an aberration.
Oh,
I think it best if we don't engage with this.
What the hell is it doing down there? You know what? No. Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question. We'll think about it later. We don't have time to unpack all of that.
What about the rest of the room here? Are there any more doors? Or?
Yes, there's another doorway. There's another doorway that leads like off to your right, basically. It's a pretty wide tunnel base. And there's some other there's like another door off to the side, but
We'll try to make our way over there.
you should go through the hallway.
Yes, that's totally what I meant.
Yeah. No, you're good. Okay. So before we proceed, I'm kind of feeling let's take a few minutes, let's take a break.
Yeah.
And let's come back because I'm feeling a little sluggish right now. I don't know.
2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been about 2.5 hours.
So yeah, a good time for a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a break.
All right.